Hey guys, Joe from the Crazy New York Driver Show. Today is Friday, September 13th, 2013. Yes, it's Friday the 13th. Some of you guys may be superstitious about that. I am not. In fact, this week has been a really good week for me. I've had a lot of good things happen. But what I would like to discuss right now is eBay. I would like to discuss some of your concerns and some of my own. Sadly, a lot has come to pass over the last week regarding eBay, and it's not all good. Let's see, where should I start? Should I start with your concerns, or should I start with something that's been bothering me? Normally I start out with a rehash of last week's video, but we'll do something different today. Today we're going to start out with some new material, and then we'll jump back to a rehash, okay? I've noticed something. And some of you guys have noticed it, and I've had some of you even call me to tell me this. Have you ever heard of something called eBay sponsored links or eBay cross promotion? Let me tell you what it is and why it's an epic fail, and why eBay sponsored links and cross promotion is hurting all sellers. First, we'll start out with cross promotion. Originally, I had planned on doing screenshots inside and walking you through it all, but because I'm really running late for time, I want to get this thing up before I go to work today, and it's not going to happen that way. I printed out some material here I'm going to show you. I grabbed one of my auctions at random for Chevy Malibu hubcaps. Okay? At the bottom of my auction, you will see this. Now, I hope this comes through on camera. I circled it, but I just dropped it. Gosh, sorry for that. Okay, can you see what I circled here? See these circles? These are what eBay refers to as cross promotion links. And let me read what they say. The first one, 2008 Chevy Malibu wheel covers. Then 2009 Chevy Malibu wheel covers. Then 2009 Chevy Malibu hubcaps. Then 2012 Chevy Malibu wheels. Then 2008 Chevy Malibu hubcaps. Here's what this is. I am paying eBay a listing fee so I can list my Chevy Malibu hubcaps in this auction, and that's fine. So when anyone clicks on my item and they look at it, if they scroll down, eBay is directing them away from my item to these people's items. That is wrong. That is wrong. Let me give you a hypothetical example, if I may, of how this would be in real life. I see a piece of land on Coney Island Avenue that I want to lease and sell some used cars on. It's a corner lot and it's got high visibility. The landlord wants $3,000 a month, and I agree to it. I lease the place and I put several cars out in front. Immediately, I start getting crazy traffic. People start coming, they're looking at my cars, they're kicking the tires, and they're interested. The landlord sees this, comes running onto the property, and puts up a sign. Cheaper, better cars down the street at Hank's Auto. I'd say to him, get that sign out of here. I'm leasing this place. This is my lot for my customers. How dare you advertise my competition? Well, that's what eBay is doing here in this cross promotion crap. They are hurting us, not just me, you too. I ask each and every one of you to pick one of your auctions out right now at random, no matter what you sell: coins, jewelry, stamps, toys, cards. Scroll down to the bottom and see what cross promotion items they're directing your customers to. Your potential customers are being directed away from your auction. Now, there is a way that eBay could refine this and make it helpful. In this case, I'm selling a Chevy Malibu hubcap. But what they could do is they could cross-promote Chevy Malibu taillights, side view mirrors, grills, other parts for a Chevy Malibu. That would actually work, and that would be smart on eBay's part. Because if a guy has a Chevy Malibu and he needs a hubcap, he may well need a grill, a taillight, a bumper, or something else. On eBay, everybody would win on that. everybody. The customer would win, the seller would win, eBay would win, but not like this. eBay is really, really wrong for this. How? You know, it's been going on for a while, but now it's epic. And as bad as this is, I'm sorry, guys. Have you heard of something called eBay sponsored links? That is when sellers, maybe they're eBay sellers, maybe they're not, pay eBay a certain amount of fee to promote their sites. Last week, I was checking out one of my auctions. It happened to be for a Buick hubcap. I scroll down to the bottom, and what do I get? A whole bunch of links directing people to another hubcap store, a website, not even a guy on eBay, an outside concern, one of these big conglomerates, you know, that sells, you know, the Chinese hubcaps and all that garbage. So eBay is actually taken away from me and taken away from themselves, because they won't get a commission if they go to this other hubcap dealer off eBay. That's a sponsored link. I don't think eBay should be putting any sponsored hubcap links on my auctions. If they want to put a link to, let's just say, a jewelry store, it wouldn't bother me. But I would go back to the example I said earlier. If I'm leasing somebody's car lot, it's for my cause. I'm not subleasing it. I mean, I'm not saying I wouldn't sublease it, but how can they put advertisements on my listing? Am I wrong? This is really bugging me out. Again, what's bugging me out is they're taking my customers directly away from me and you too. Check your auctions. There is no reason, if I'm selling a Malibu hubcap, that they should be directing people to other Malibu hubcap salesmen. Wrong. Direct them for taillights, mirrors, glass, whatever. But don't take the bread out of my mouth. I don't know who thought this up. I listen to a lot of your videos when they concern eBay, and I try and pick out certain points off them. And I've heard a few people, I forgot who it was. I think I know, but I don't want to be 100% commit to this. Somebody mentioned that eBay needs new people at the top. And you know something? I agree. We don't need people that are wearing cardigan sweaters reading Agatha Christie novels at the top. We need people with hands-on experience. We need people in the industry, in retail, all right? We don't need eBay to go and grab Amazon's top guy, you know, and offer him a golden parachute just because he's good at Amazon. We don't need that. No, we need people in the trade, tradespeople. I've been saying this for so long. I have been in retail all my life, and I know what I'm talking about, in the auto industry especially. eBay needs to form groups to hire not just top-rated sellers, no, but top-rated sellers, intermediate sellers, and even small sellers, providing that the small sellers are in good standing, of course. It would only benefit eBay. Keep the money in-house. Don't outsource this crap. It's just wrong, okay? You need people at the top who have the experience and the know-how to identify with the sellers and the buyers as well. I mean, these representatives on the phone don't know what the heck's going on. They don't know eBay policy, and they don't understand it. They're not even in the country. I am for keeping all the jobs in the United States. And you know what? If you call up customer service, and let's say, for instance, you're selling jewelry, and you have a problem with a deal, whether you're the buyer or the seller, it doesn't matter. You should be connected to a customer service representative who specializes with jewelry. For instance, if I worked for customer service and you sold Rolex watches and you happened to get me, quite frankly, I wouldn't know what to tell you. I don't know anything about them. All right? Customer service reps need to be divided into categories. Everyone's good at something else, guys. All right? Everyone's good. My expertise is eBay Motors. And there's plenty of you guys that do coins. You would be great at that. Stamps, you know, etc. Whatever you do, you're an expert in your field, and this is what eBay needs to realize. All right? I really would like to see a lot of comments on this particular issue that I just talked about. Now I'm going to move on, because that's my beef of the week. Now I'm going to move on to some of the things you guys commented to me over the last week. One person ran into a problem, and he called customer service. And when he got customer service, he was informed that he really needs to speak to somebody from Trust and Safety, not just your average run-of-the-mill customer service rep. And when he got the Trust and Safety guy on the phone, they told him that not only does he have to report to Trust and Safety, but he has to click the report button as well. So, according to this particular subscriber of mine, and I have no reason to doubt that he's lying or making it up, when you have a problem, you have to double report. You have to click the report button, and you have to call up yourself, not to customer service per se, but to Trust and Safety. Okay? Are you with me on that? Now, in my last video I told you this story about occasionally I have buyers that will contact me and say they bought an item from me, even though they never did. And I had several of you guys write back telling similar stories. I can understand how mistakes happen, because people really don't read. But one of the things that's bugged me out for the longest time, and still is bugging me out, and it happened again, is when people contact me outside of eBay. eBay needs to clamp down and enforce things, their policies. I mean, they're real big on sellers. They'll screw us to the wall. But there's two things they really need to do. They need to clamp down on buyers who circumvent eBay. Here's what happened to me. Guy buys an item from me on eBay, pays a PayPal, gets it. Calls me up. Strike one. He don't have the right to call me up. He is supposed to contact me through eBay so everything's on the record, and in case a case is opened, eBay can see it. Alright? So anyway, I can tell by the way the guy's talking that he has absolutely no idea what he needs or what he wants. And I'm trying to explain to him the situation. Right? Alright? He sounds mollified when he hangs up the phone, but I knew beyond any doubt there was going to be a problem. So what does he do? He never calls me, never contacts me again. He just sends the item back. Takes it upon himself to send the item back. So what happens now? I have to eventually send him a canceled transaction request. But that's not the right way to go about it. You can't just send items back. And this is one of the examples that eBay will not back us. All right? We need a firm implementation of a return policy that every buyer has to adhere to. I don't mind giving money back. Not one bit. So long as the buyer adheres to the policy. I'm sure a lot of you guys got a letter from eBay regarding some updates that are going on. I just got this letter, so I'm really not going to examine it too thoroughly right now because I'm pressed for time. I already had an outline made last night. But I would like to say that eBay is talking about making changes to the returns policy, whereas all new eBayers are automatically opted in to manage returns, and the only way to get out of it is to manually unclick it. We'll talk more about that in a future video. Okay? Another thing I want eBay to really man up on is prosecuting scammers. Now, I'm not talking about bad sellers. Like, for instance, if you buy an item and it arrives broken, that's a bad seller. If he won't give you the money back. Or if it's not as described, that's a bad seller. I'm talking about your actual scammers. For instance, when you click on one of these auto auctions and you're redirected to a site off eBay where the guy's trying to gather your information to send you notices that he accepted your best offer when there's really no such car. When the car is way too cheap. I'm just using cars as an example right now. But in the past, eBay has removed the listing and that's it. Guys, that's not going to do it. They're going to keep coming back. You need to prosecute scammers. Period. Start with the biggest ones and work your way down. I have learned a lot over the last year about how this is done. All right? I'm not a code slinger. I don't make claim to be a code slinger, but I know that eBay has the resources to do this, and it needs to be done. Because to my knowledge, I don't know a lot about Amazon. I don't know a lot of scamming going on in Amazon. So why is it all over on eBay? Step up, prosecute. We've talked about this before. Don't turn your back. I want to keep eBay safe for everybody, buyer and seller. Remember, there are 3 classifications: buyer, seller, scammer. Scammers are the ones we don't want. All right. I really have some more things I want to talk about now, but I want to keep this one short because I still got to upload it, get to work, and if I don't get this stuff moving right now, I won't be able to upload it till I get home tonight, and that's not what I want. So, guys, I'm Crazy New York Driver, and you're not. Thanks for watching this video. Please comment about the following topics: eBay cross promotion, how they're taking traffic away from us in our auctions that we paid for and giving it to our competition; eBay sponsored links, which is basically the same thing; scammers and the need to prosecute same; and any other matters you deem necessary. And as far as personal messages go, I answer them all. I answer almost all of them. Sometimes if I get a long personal message or one that just makes me wonder, I'll click on the guy's channel. And as long as I see an active channel, I will answer the person. But if I see a channel that's been open since 2009 and it's totally blank, that concerns me. As well it should. So guys, you know where I'm coming from. Thanks for watching. Rock on. See you guys next Friday, right here on the Crazy New York Driver Show. Thank you.